All right. I believe we should be live. What's going on? Uh-oh. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. There we go. There we go. The infinite loop, huh? Let's put that there. Let's put that here. Let's get that there. Let's put that there. And I got that. Let me also open the volume mixer and put this where it belongs and do the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a Skits Tony live stream. My name is Skits. Now, I don't know who you are, but hopefully you're having a beautiful, nice, happy, safe, and cozy day. All right? We wouldn't have it any other way, ladies and gentlemen. I have my trusty black juice with me. And I know I am streaming a little bit late than usual. It's not the morning anymore. It's the afternoon. But as always, real life gets a little bit hectic. And I couldn't stream. I could not stream in the hours of the AM. I had to do some stuff IRL. Kind of cock blocked me. And that's what's up. And here we are leveling again. We have to look for Cyan. I think we'll replace Cyan with God. I think we're going to do that. So, what we're going to do, since we're grinding and stuff, I don't think we need the FF6 music. Let me see. Why do I got so much shit like open? Copilot. The VPN. Oh, all right. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's the homie convict. Woo! Welcome back, my G. Here we are once again. It's you and me. Huh? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day, my G. I just opened the game Final Fantasy VI. Kind of started later than usual for this portion of the stream. But yeah, some stuff happened. Now we're here. We're going to be playing the game for a little bit and just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Plug and B type beat playlist. That's what we're going to look for. Hopefully you're having a beautiful and amazing day, my G. It is Friday, and you know what that means, huh? Friday is a good day. And we're going to put this playlist. We're going to put it from here. And we're going to decrease the volume. At least we are here, yeah. And always amazing. That's good, my G. We wouldn't have it any other way, man. You got to be diddly dandy. All right? Not diddy. So, yeah, I'm doing the same, you know, just chilling. We got the game open. We are going to level up some of these guys while we just hang out. Talk a little bit about life, maybe. Talk about anime, talk about video games, talk about anything. Diddy, what? Pause! No, Diddy, I think the Diddy you and I are talking about is in jail right now. That's where he belongs. Do you guys think P. Diddy is ever gonna find any freedom, ladies and gentlemen? with all the charges and shit that he has. It's tough, huh? Guy was clinically insane, I think. But I'm just aware that he is an insane sexual deviant and that he has assaulted several women, but I'm not that familiar with the Diddy case. Nah, that guy's gonna rot in jail? Oh, shice. That kind of sucks, huh? He was too freaky? Damn, bro. I mean, you know, I think we've spoken about this before. But what is it with people with, like, such high levels of fame and status and a lot of money? Why do they have to just screw it all up, man? Like, is it that hard to just be a normal person? Huh? What's going on? I mean, Diddy's case might be an isolated one, right? Like, he might be the biggest freak in the planet type stuff. But there's a lot of people that just do dumb shit. And you're like, nah, man, like, why? You out of all people, bro. Like, come on, man. It's like, at a certain point, I think they speed run how miserable they can be. Celis learned haste. Damn, son. But I feel like maybe it's sabotage sometimes, maybe by the industry, just maybe. I mean, I could see it, you know? My boy! I could see what you're saying, you know? Maybe there are people in the industry that could be jealous, you know? And they coordinate with other people. And they start scheming. That's very possible. But I think there's just so much evidence against the man, right? In this case. It's like, it's hard to, yeah, man. It's hard to, like, believe there was, like, a plot against the homie, you know? But then again, will we ever know? Yeah, but Diddy was different. Too freaky. Yeah. That is what I have heard, huh? And the information that I've seen as well online and stuff. Like, I think they caught the mans with 1,000 bottles of baby oil. And I don't think anybody really sane is packing 1,000 bottles of baby oil, yo. That is too crazy. There is never a universe in where it's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna run out of baby oil. I'd buy, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 spares. But 1,000! He was touching Justin Bieber also. Damn, man! The Biebs, that is not cool, man. And I love the Biebs personally. You know, I think his music is just amazing. I am a big fan of the Biebs for reals. Or for shizzle. The thing is Justin was too young when he entered the music industry and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people took advantage of that, you know? Considering he's like a superhuman, man. So, that's kind of sad, bro. He's also tried to touch Mark. Our Mark? So I've heard. You know, but I think on a one-on-one, I think Mark would clamp Diddy, so I'm safe. The Imperial Magitech Research Facility could the secret lie within? Ah, all right. This is what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna put the boy Cyan and the boy Sabin, bro. That's what we gonna do. That's how we gonna ball. I need to put this shit on my guy, bruh. He got an odd take, bruh. Give me an Iron Ham. 93.50, 91.48. Damn, I think I want the twisted headband, bro. But that's it. Give me a mithril vest as well. So now we're good. Now we are absolutely fire. That guy Cyan looks strong, no cap. Yeah, he's like, are you familiar with Final Fantasy X? Did you ever play that game? Or do you know, yeah, like, do you know the characters in Final Fantasy X? He's a samurai, it says right there, right? And he reminds me a lot of this guy, who's one of the main characters in Final Fantasy X, Elrond, FFX. He's such a baller, man. Like, this guy is balling. And look at him, bro. He got that sword. He got like that samurai aesthetic too. And with the hand like Itachi and Naruto. Nah, bro, this guy is lit. You don't want to fuck with this guy, huh? And Cyan looks kind of like the same. So I immediately fell in love with the character. Bro, in Final Fantasy, I only know Cloud, which I saw in a Final Fantasy movie when he fought Sephiroth. Yeah, so you're probably talking about Final Fantasy Advent Children. And it's an amazing movie, man. I loved it to death. And yeah, Cloud Strife is the protagonist of Final Fantasy VII. Sephiroth is the main antagonist of Final Fantasy VII. And bro, I think people could probably agree that Cloud is like probably the most known Final Fantasy character. Cloudo Strife. Alright? And Cloud also sexy as hell. Look at this shit. Look at this guy, man. This guy probably takes all the ladies, or at least 8 out of 10. And that sword, that big sword, that giant big sword, pause. Bro, I love that movie. I grew up with it, watched it 700 times as a kid. I love Cloud to death. Yeah, man. I even wanted to look like him. I know what you mean, bro. Dude, he's too goddamn sexy, bro. Look at that shit. That ain't... He's like a Super Saiyan, but maybe like a gayer, more pretty version than him, than a Super Saiyan. Like, nah, bro. Me too. Like, I'm not kidding you, my G. Like, I don't know how many times I've had, like, a daydream, right? I'd be in class, like, you know, bored as hell, looking at the clock go backwards and shit. And I would literally daydream and fantasize about either being like Goku, Super Saiyan shit, or Cloud, bruh, and just having that big sword and riding on the motorbike, the motorcycle he got type shit. I mean, come on, man. Look at this guy. All right, bro, and that sword and the drip takes about a year. I swear, yo, it's so, man, like, I'm not gay, and maybe I'd be gay, all right, for Cloud Strife. Like, that motorcycle he got, bruh. Yeah, Cloud Strife motorcycle. We gotta fucking look at that. Nah, my G. Look at this shit, bro. The drip is way too hard, bro. The drip is way too insane, dog. Japanese people are out of this world, bro. That is just, God, man. You know, we might have to just come out the closet at this rate, all right? We might just have to, all right? And I can't tell you, G, my G, like how many times, just maybe even like, I don't know, man. I just pause. Yeah, man. Like at least in school, back in school, man, I would just literally close my eyes and daydream that I was either a Super Saiyan or I was Cloud Strife. I was getting all the ladies for me. You know, Skits is a ladies' man, baby. Please don't come with a belt, Mr. Skits. These are just fictional conversations we're having. Pause. I also daydream going Gear 2 by Luffy. Nah, man, me too. It's just that Bueno fight, man, is too insane, man. Like, the introduction of Gear 2 is so monster. It is so ballistic, bro. Probably one of the best fights in One Piece. Hands effing down, bruh. Yeah, you know you're like look at this, man. Guy is... Luffy should be in Gear 2, by the way, here. He's clamping this guy. He's just clamped him. When you see this, whoa, I don't want to download nothing. When you see this, Gear Segundo, bruh! Yeah. You know you're pretty much... If you're Bleno, you just know you're gonna die. There's no way in hell, bruh. No way in hell, bruh. Like, he just took such a beating, bro. Like, Luffy versus Bleno is like Gaara versus Rock Lee, bro. The second the second Rock Lee takes off his weights, you just know shit going down, bruh. You just know shit going down. And that arc was a masterpiece? Yeah, bro. NES Lobby, Water 7. Pimpin'. I honestly love more pre-time skip One Piece than post-time skip One Piece. Not saying post-time skip One Piece is good, bad or good. It's just that for me, there was much more of a story. Like, you know, and a lot of things were still like out of speculation. Like hockey wasn't that developed. You were like, what the fuck is hockey, bruh? The saddest moment in One Piece, also pre-time skip, Ace dying, bruh. When they all get separated in Sabaody, bruh. You know, all these arcs. Nami's arc, bruh. And by the way, what's your favorite One Piece and Naruto characters? Yeah, post-quality lost a little, but Dressrosa is my favorite arc. Dressrosa? Damn, G. Dressrosa is alright. I mean, let me answer. My favorite One Piece and Naruto characters? I'd say my top 3 in One Piece. My top 3 in One Piece, probably Luffy, number 1. You know, for one reason, he is my profile or my character here in my channel, right? I got this Luffy-us here. But then it has to be Shanks or Roger. All right? Shanks or Roger. I guess, and if I'd have to pick a villain in One Piece that I really just like fuck with a lot, maybe Crocodile. Crocodile and maybe Akainu, just because I hate him so much, bro. I hate the Akainu-nator because he killed Ace, bro. I ain't letting that slide. I would blast Akainu on sight immediately. And I'd say Water 7 is my favorite arc as well. But I also love Arlong Park. You know, the whole East Blue saga is lit, bro. And Naruto, I'd say my favorite Naruto characters are Naruto, Sasuke, and Itachi. And maybe Itachi by a landslide. Like, Itachi, I could probably be gay for Itachi. No homo. I would be gay for Itachi. I just love him to death, bro. You know, Itachi's like my Cloud Strife of Final Fantasy, but in Naruto. And, yeah, I really love the Uchiha clan. My favorite is Usopp in One Piece. That's nice, man. Usopp's lit. I love all the Straw Hats. I love them all. Like, yeah. And Usopp has to be one of the funniest characters ever. Probably the most relatable one, too, because if you're in One Piece universe, you're probably being like Usopp, bro. You're born as a regular human being. You might be very good in an ability. And anytime they say some shit like, hey, man, we're going to fight a Yonko or we're going to fight this guy, he has the fire fruit, you'd be like, pause. What? Hell no. I got to cook, my G. I ain't fighting that shit. And Usopp lies a lot, too, which I love. Like, Usopp is very, very human, man. He's like the most relatable Straw Hat by far, bruh. I wanted to virtually kill Akainu when Ace died. Yeah, man. I think anybody who stands for the Straw Hats, for Luffy, for all these characters, bro. And what the hell happened to the Plug and B, bruh? To all these characters, you know, you bro, when Ace dies, it's like when Jiraiya dies in Naruto, bro. It's really like that, bro. When Jiraiya died in Naruto, I legit cried, bro. And when I saw Naruto cry, I was like, nah, bro, I cried even more. Me too, Itachi's coded and pause. Yeah, man. I'm definitely gay for Itachi. No cap, bro. And on Dressrosa, when he came clutch, it was all over the floor. Usopp comes in clutch. I think he developed his, what type of hockey is it? I don't know. Observation. And he sniped Sugar. Boom! Because they would have been fucked right there if Usopp hadn't done that. They would have all got converted to toys. It's bad, bro. Yeah, Usopp when he saved Luffy. Yeah, man. Beautiful. So, Naruto has to low-key be Itachi by far my favorite character. But then you could also say, bro, it's not hard if you're like a regular human being like you and me to just fall in love with Naruto, bro. Naruto is a G. Naruto is a G from start to finish. And I think a lot of us can relate to his story, you know? We were maybe alone or we had it tough in the childhood and we all have this potential. And we all have a crazy dream. And when you see homie just work so hard and just be a stellar human being, man. Like, you're just like, bruh. Like Naruto, bro. Naruto the G, bro. Naruto is the man. Naruto is him. And even if he wasn't like the son of the fourth Hokage or he was kind of built up to be like the child of prophecy, Naruto still claps. Alright? Naruto is amazing. I love homie. Minato is goated too. Yeah, bro. The thing is, Minato has like this like exotic lore behind him. You know, you don't see much of him, but his lore is pretty insane. Probably the most gifted Hokage. You know, anybody who sacrifices himself for the greater good of humanity is just goated immediately. Minato aesthetic, like the way he looks is just... He's like also the Cloud Strife of Naruto, bro. He got the drip, alright? You got Minato Uzumaki, bro. Look at this, alright? This guy dripping already. This guy right here, drip. Alright? This guy right here, right there, drip. Like, dude. Of course. Drip. Yeah. It's probably the hair, the face. Just his swag too, his demeanor. Nah, bro. Nah. Minato dripped out, bro. Minato drips too hard, bro. Probably Minato and Itachi are the hardest drippers in the Naruto universe. And I guess any Akatsuki as well. That Akatsuki cloak is gangsta, bro. Alright? Okay. Uchiha, Itachi. Look, just look at this shit, bro. Uchiha be dripping too hard, bro. Manga reveal. Like, this is dripping way too hard, alright? This is dripping way too hard, alright? With the Sharingan, there's no fucking way, alright? There's no way. He got way too much drip, bro. Yeah, it's Friday, it's my G, the Mr. Skyus. It is, it's Friday. We might play Rebecca Black. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Drip too hard, he stole the show. Yeah, man. It's unbelievable, huh? He just got too much drip, bro. Which characters can Itachi not defeat? Bruh. They slandering my man in Reddit, huh? Phoenix down. Oh shit, and I gotta wear the abilities. I gotta wear the Esper on the homie. Cyan gonna cure some homies. Is it the one Friday when the event? Yes. The event starts in about 4 hours and 12 minutes. In 4 hours and 12 minutes. It's gonna be at 5 p.m. Caracas time. Let me just remind. Whoa, before. Oh shit. Let me put that down. 5 p.m. Caracas time, which is in 4 hours and 11 minutes. Oh, so I got time then. Absolutely. We do got time, baby. We got time, baby. And when he fought Sasuke and told him the truth after his reanimation, I broke down. Yeah, man. Nah, homie. Just the whole, not even that. When Itachi's dying and when he does the 2 fingers on his forehead, bro, and like what that means, you don't know what that shit means in the beginning, but then you get to see the past, and it's like his gesture of love towards Sasuke, and he just, nah, man, and he just boinks him in the forehead, and he immediately dies. Nah, man. Itachi, my boy. Nah, bruh. So we're dripping way too hard, man. And I think who has like the most drip in One Piece? Probably Shanks, Mihawk, Brook, Frankie. And I'm not talking about One Piece female characters, because nah. They all be dripping, if you know what I'm saying. Oda just kind of over exaggerates characters like Nami, Robin, Vivi. Like, Oda must love titties, no cap, bro. They're like Rebecca. All these characters, Vivi. God damn, Oda. Oda's a pervert. He has to be, man. No fucking way. Rebecca was too thick. Bro, even Prime Big Mom was like sexy as fuck, bro. Pause. But it's like, nah, bruh. No, wait, actually, yeah. We need that shit, baby. We dripping too hard. We dripping that. We dripping too hard. Espers. I got Siren on this shit. Locke, I need you to get another Esper, baby. I'm gonna give you Siren, baby. Cause he had Kate Sith. What's up? What's up, baby? What's going good, baby? I mean, a lot of female characters in One Piece are just too goddamn retarded, bro. Like how they look and the physical attributes. Like, nah, man. I'm gonna get this shit, baby. Progress 100%. I'm gonna learn that shit, baby. I'm gonna wear this. Ramu. Yeah. It was uncomfortable as she was being beaten at the Coliseum and they were bouncing up and down. I mean, being a One Piece fan is hard sometimes, man, you know? But, okay, back to the topic at discussion, all right? Who has the most drip in One Piece? Shanks, Mihawk, maybe Crocodile's also dripping way too hard. Frankie and Frankie, Zoro, and who's this other guy, man? I'm forgetting his name. And Brooke, bro. What the homie kid in the building? What's good, my G? Woo! Welcome back, my G. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in as always. What's up? Playing a little bit of Final Fantasy, just chilling and listening to some Plug and B. While we talk about anime drip, you know what I'm saying? Having a good time. And having an even better time because you just came. All right? So, what's up, my G? Convict being a gentleman, as should be. Hellos in the chats. Yeah, we're just playing Final Fantasy VI while we talk about anime and shit. And listening to Plug and B, bro. What about you, my G? What you up to? Are you having a good day, my G? Because I hope you are. We dripping too hard. Chilling, bro. As it should be, my G. It is Friday, you know? Probably the best day of the week for some. You guys won't believe it, but my favorite day of the week is Monday. Saturdays and Mondays. You know the vibes. Absolutely, baby. You know, back when I was a kid, a teenager in my early 20s, Fridays was the day for me to meet with the homies, smoke some weed, play some Super Smash Brothers Melee, or play some Super Smash, play some video games, play World of Warcraft, you know? Just being a kid, being a teenager, being a young man, looking to have some fun on a Friday, bro. But right now, at 36 years old, me, uncle status. Yeah, man, you don't know Super Smash Brothers. Pause. Come on, my guy, you don't know Super Smash? This shit, it's like the Street Fighter, but the Nintendo version, yeah. Look at this shit, bro. You get to play all these characters. Link from Zelda, Mario, Kirby, Pikachu from Pokemon, Sonic. You got a bunch of... You can even play as Cloud, baby. Cloud Strife in this bitch. I know I'm just trolling. Oh, man. All right. But if you weren't trolling, I would have given you some education. Happily, because Smash is amazing. Sup, bro? The Canadian General is back. Say hello to the Marquis. Let's send a lot of love and a big kiss. Pause. Just chilling, my G. Welcome back. Glad to see one of my G's again join. We're leveling up, and instead of leveling Gao and Locke, I'm leveling up Cyan and Locke. I changed all the espers. We're chilling. We're talking about anime. We're talking about drip in anime. We're just talking about stuff, as friends would do when we chilling. What's up, bro? We were talking about Smash Brothers. Wanna join? Pause. In Super Smash, I'm probably picking Kirby. Kirby was my main. And if it wasn't Kirby, maybe Pikachu. I played with like the very lightweight characters. I used to love Link too. I'm a gay Super Smash player. I just spam the bombs and the boomerang or the arrows. But with Kirby and Pikachu, it's close range. Somebody learn Sleep. I haven't played it, but I know it. Is it good? It is. It is, man. Like, the only fighting games I have ever played are Smash. I've played a little bit of Mortal Kombat, but like the old ass versions. And what's the PlayStation one? Tekken and Tekken 2. And in Tekken, I used to spam Law, bruh. Law backflips are annoying as hell. And yeah, man. I only played the N64 one. I was using Pikachu like a straight G. Me too, man. I was Pikachu, main Kirby. And occasionally I use Link. Have you played Marvel vs. Capcom? Pete, bro? Nah, fortunately, no. Unfortunately, no, sorry. I'm kind of interested in seeing what the hell Marvel Rivals is. Because a lot of people are praising Marvel Rivals like a very good game. Somebody learned Silence, absolutely popping. What the motherfuckers going on? Balling with my gang. Balling with my boys. Talking a lot about some toys. We going to a sex shop. We decking out all the boys. My boy Mark wants some drip. What does he want to buy? Pause. They don't call me sexy man by none. Skits is ladies man and the boys man. All the homies lean in for a kiss. Pause. Cause Skits got the drip. I wonder too about Marvel Rivals. Apparently it's a very good game. And it's also free, I believe. We're having a talk over at the Discord and on stream sometimes. We want to start playing games. But what game can we all play? Counter-Strike's a good option because it's also free. And it runs on, like, toasters, alright? Checking out other boys. Playing with the lady toys. It's got the drip. When I thought I let it rip. You see the cadence in those bars, man? Man. Convict got a rapper soul too, bro. Checking out the other boys. Playing with the lady toys. Skits got the drip. When I thought I let it rip. Boom. Damn. Channel is getting gayer every day. Hey, man. At least people on that side of the spectrum would have nothing to complain about here, Because we do go full on ballistic. And if I'm like Sanji in One Piece and I get sent to the Okama Island, which is like a transvestite island, it's like the gayest island in One Piece, I'd be balling too, I'd be like, yo man, what's up? Just learning from the transvestite swag. That sounded really, really sus. And just pause. But those Okama in One Piece were funny as hell, man. Pause. You clapping all those guys? No cap, we know. Pause. I think anybody, yo, it's the thing is, what's this guy called? Ivankov, right? Ivankov, One Piece. This guy looks like he's such a memer, bro. Like, you cannot take this guy seriously, bro. How the hell do you take these group of men serious? They're all fucking A-level trolls. And they look like they know how to have a good time. No, nothing sexually related, but these guys probably do cocaine. They probably drinking some whiskey. They be doing all the drugs in these parties, man. These guys, any single person here can hook you up with something in the One Piece streets. Yo, my G, you looking for that Zaza? You want to smoke and fly to Saturn, baby? You want to smoke and blink and you're in like the celestial dragon shit, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got that good Molly, baby. I got that good ecstasy. You know, you be sleeping and you wake up in Sabaody, bro. Like, damn. Am I early? Nah, not really. We've been here for a minute. We've been here for 40 minutes now. You're not early or late, absolutely. Ivankov is fine when she got the hormones. I can't remember what he looks like when he got the hormones. But he probably looks like a thick female, bro. I can't remember really. But yeah, man. If I would have been sent to the Okama Island, you know, you're having a good time. You're probably training, and after training, these guys are like, yo, let's smoke some Zaza, baby. Let's get fucking cracked out. Is it gangbang day yet? It's gangbang day, but it's not the gangbang stream. It's not the gangbang. It's still 4 hours away from now. Tomorrow we are also streaming, but it's not gonna be that. Tomorrow we're just gonna have regular streams. We're probably gonna do music and chill. But I don't know at what time, because tomorrow I celebrate my anniversary with Mrs. Kids. So every third of the month we have an anniversary. So tomorrow is May 3. I got a drip. I seen 2-5 shits, but they were lesbian couple. Oh shit. Lesbians with lesbians, gays with gays. The gang is with the gang. We all kiss. And with this music on, baby. Hope it's a nice anniversary, man. Thank you, my G. Is that the dab? Boom! Are we dabbing? That's a dab, right? Yeah, man. Mrs. Skits and I are just gonna chill. We actually have to work tomorrow. We gotta work on a Saturday because then who was gonna get the bills to pay? We kiss down there. All right. Pause. Mark looks at me. I look at Mark. You know what's going down, baby. Huh. Mark starts rubbing some deodorant in his body. He starts dripping in the lotion. Pause. Skits clasps his hands tight and he bites his lips. You know it's time. You know it's time to get dirty, babe. I wouldn't have it any other way, babe. I love the way you dress and you take me, babe. Give it to me. Please, give it to me, my baby. You used to watch the corn, now you are the corn. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Bro, we all a whole body up and go wrestling in the spot. Pause. Mark puts in the lotion. Yo, I'll tell you this, guys. I'll tell you guys. You know how Mrs. Skits, at like, I think it was yesterday and the day before yesterday, she tuned in to the streams, like for a very little bit. Maybe, I don't know, she just wanted to pop in and say hi. But you guys know how she's like tuned into the stream, right? Mrs. Skits yesterday after like we're in bed and shit, we're just chilling. She tells me, yo, I was reading the chat and you got something crazy going on in that chat, Skits. And I was like, what are you talking about? My people, they're all normal. Nobody's crazy. She was like, I could swear to God, I read a lot of gay shit. And I was like, baby, what are you talking about? That's the dyslexia. You got, your eyes were crossed, baby, when you were reading the chat. Mark? You're talking about Mark and convict me? No. We're talking about, sports and politics. None of that gay shit. And Mrs. Skits was like, Really? And I was like, babe, come on. Who do you think you talked to? All right? Because I really gotta look, but I swear, she came in the chat and Mark just got done saying the zestiest shit. And I think she doesn't really know English that well, but I don't think it's that hard to put two and two together. So, did she see my messages? Nah, man. Unfortunately, Steph, you gotta come in earlier to the streams and hang out. Because it's mostly me and Mark and Convict. And, I think we only have, out of 100% of the time, I think we're only talking about serious shit 7% of the time. The other 93, we're just straight up memeing. And nah, bro, it was so fucking funny, man. She was like, nah, your friends in the chat, those people in the chat look kind of weird. And I was like, babe, come on. Weird? Nah. It's that dyslexia you got, baby, Your eyes are not seeing what they're supposed to be seeing. And, nah, man, I was laughing so hard, bro. Mr. and Mrs. Skits OnlyFans. That's actually a joke that we have. She's lucky she didn't see mine, though. Yeah, I guess. We're all lucky. So we're always wild, and yeah, man. I think at this rate, we're just shooting the shit 93% of the time. And I'm a fan of it. I honestly, I'm loving it. I don't give 3 F's, bro. I have a lot of fun when the streams are like this. Again, I might sound like a broken record because I always say this shit. But this is the funnest stream for me. Because we're really sus and sexy. Yeah. She's lucky she didn't see my messages, though. They are worse. Yeah. I mean, but at this point, it's like, right, this stream and many others, like this one before it, it's just like the guys in recess, man. We're in recess right now. We're in a break time. We're just fucking around, just having the most insane conversations. They're mostly sus and, just very trivial, which is like what you do with homies, You don't get with your friends and go Donald Trump ballistic mongoloid politics. Maybe that happens from time to time, but in essence, you're just a fucking dumbass kid. And for some reason, I don't know, I don't understand myself, but when you got that level of like confidence or friendship, when there's that like that level of trust in between the homies, a lot of times you're just being gay. Very lightheartedly, So, it is what it is. Sabin gains a level. God damn. Sabin is a truck right now. ADHD and dyslexia couple, absolutely. Fucking around, all right. Yep. How did you meet her? Yeah, talking about serious stuff 24/7 sucks, bro. Yeah, I agree. So, how did I meet Mrs. Skids? I'll tell you guys a story then. Okay. You guys know Tinder, right? And I bet you guys are also familiar with dating apps like Tinder, right? Let's say that Tinder, all right? Tinder is a very superficial and more of a, you know, if you match with a lady or you match with somebody, you're only looking for something like very casual, right? Maybe like a one-night stand, or you're just gonna get physical, you might have sex, and that's it. I don't think a lot of people are looking for something serious on Tinder. It's mostly just like hooking up and casual dates. I'm not saying either. You might not find the love of your life in Tinder or in any dating app. But the point that I want to illustrate is Tinder is for the way I see Tinder and the way I used Tinder in the past before meeting Mrs. Skits was for that, you know, match with attractive girls or girls that were looking for the same shit I was looking. A one-night stand or going to a club, dancing, maybe drinking a few beers or liquor, and you do what you do. And, you know, I was really depressed for a while after my last and only significant breakup. I'm the kind of guy that when I feel bad and I'm depressed, I'm out of the dating game. You know, I don't feel good about myself when I'm depressed. It's just not, the math doesn't add. So I broke up with like who I thought was going to be the love of my life in 2018. And I was out of the dating game for a while, bruz. Like 3 to 4 years. I was just depressed for a very long time. And, well, eventually you stop being so depressed. And I started feeling good about myself. And I started getting my shit back together. And I started working out. I started, you know, developing an interest of not being a cockroach anymore and just like reinserting myself socially, looking for a job, you know, going out there, going to see friends again, blah, blah, blah. And at one point, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, I feel like I could date again and meet girls. But I did not download Tinder. I downloaded another dating app called Boo. B-O-O. I'll write it like this. B-O-O. So Boo is a dating app, but it's marketed as a dating app for introverts and for people who are looking for something more serious than something casual. So I was like, all right, I'll give Boo a try. You know, why not? And I made my profile, blah, 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 as you would in a dating app. And then I start matching with a bunch of girls, a bunch of ladies. And Mrs. Skits was one of them. And we met through Boo. And, you know, in the beginning, we just texted. And then we exchanged each other's socials. Then we exchanged each other's phone numbers. And then after like a month or a few weeks of just chatting and blah, 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 and talking on the phone, she was like, yo, I want to see you. I was like, all right. And we went to this like cafe. That's where we saw each other physically for the first time. And yeah, ever since then we've been together. What the fuck did I do, man? So, let's see. How did you meet? Yeah, talk about seriously. Put her on Young Faith, so it will be a more power couple. No, she doesn't like the music that I listen to at all. So that's dope, man. It's been how long till now? So, we met in September 2023. So it's been a year and some change. In September 15, September 20th, we'll know of each other for 2 years. And yeah, that's the imagine she likes Sebi. Damn, bro. I don't know. I don't know if I would be dating her if she listened to Sebi. That's kind of a stretch. I wouldn't date her. But the things that I really like about Mrs. Skits is that she, in many ways, is very opposite of who I am as a person. So, for example, I have a long and complicated history with drugs and with substance abuse and shit like that. Mrs. Skits is a person that would never in her life, like not even for a science experiment, and not even if you'd give her $7 billion, she would never light a cigarette, or she would never try drugs or alcohol. She doesn't like the hip-hop aesthetic, the lifestyle, the partying, the materialistic things behind it. Yeah, man, she's a scientist. She's a doctor. She's more specifically a pediatrician. She's a very scientific person. She's very stable, and I'm quite the opposite, you know. I'm like the artistic one. I'm the creative person. And I'm very unhinged. I'm very, you know, much into like the arts and chaos, and in many ways, Mrs. Skits and I are worlds apart. She's not a video game person. She's not a music person. But we do meet in the middle, and we definitely love each other very madly and very crazily. And I'm the only loner here. Nah, man. Look, my G, convict. Let me tell you something, my G. It could either happen in two ways. When you least expect it, the girl of your dreams or the person that you're looking for will come. What you gotta do always, regardless of, is just work on yourself. All right? You are the main character in your life. All right? Never forget that. And you also attract what you are. All right? Sometimes people think you attract the negative, right? Or your other counterpart. No, man. If you are happiness and you are thinking of and wanting to manifest happiness, that's what you attract, right? My G Wii Sports remote. We gotta salute the homie. I think it's the first time I see somebody of that name, Wii Sports Remote. By the way, awesome name, IG. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for just tuning in. What the fuck is going on? I'm just leveling my guys, bro. I'm just leveling my party here and just talking to the stream, to my G's. So, yeah, I was about to give the homie some advice. You know, you just gotta work on yourself, bro. Work on yourself, and you're a good kid, bro. You're a good guy. And you deserve a good girl. Or a good partner. And, let me see. What the fuck is going on? Do you actually know me from somewhere? No, bro. I don't think I've seen you before. That's why I'm saying hi. And that's why I'm also welcoming you, bro. I have no idea. But, hey, man. Somehow you landed here. And we're saying hi. That's it. Work on yourself, but get into some social activities to let you meet new people. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, my brain's fried. Hey, man. It happens to all of us, you know. Sometimes life can get pretty crazy and pretty hectic, and your brain does fry. But I was just saying hi to you, bro. And I was also going to say thank you for tuning in, my man. And just welcome. We're playing Final Fantasy VI, the Game Boy version. And I'm just leveling up my guys, my party. I got Celis, Cyan, Sabin, and Locke right now before I continue the main story. I have Terra as my PFP. Do you really think I wouldn't find this random stream on Friday afternoon? I don't know, man. Conviction, what did he say? I played you as a kid. So, oh, it's the homie LN, baby. And I did not realize that you had Tara as your PFP. Now that I'm looking into it, it really does look like Tara. That's cool, bro. My homie LN. Woo! And yeah, the reason why you might be asking, my good friend Wii Sports Remote, why the hell we are leveling and shit. 2 reasons. Number 1, when I do, oh shit. When I'm able to level up my party, I'm prepping for the campaign, number 1. And number 2, these kinds of streams in which, yeah, I'm leveling up my characters is also a good time for me to talk to my homies, you know? You are the only new person, I think, lurking in the chat today. Oh yeah, but this game is kind of easy? Man, I wouldn't say that. I'd say Final Fantasy VI, when you compare it to something like Final Fantasy X, is YOLO difficulty. In the episode 6 of this playthrough, I was about to get downed by Kefka, and I was about to hard quit the game. I was like, nah, man, I don't like this. And when you compare it to something like Chrono Trigger, which we also played in this YouTube channel, Chrono Trigger is way easier than this. Right now, you could say that I'm decked out, right? I don't think I'm underprepared for any fight anymore, but I was. Oh yeah, but this game is kind of easy. I'm an experienced JRPG player. Well, I'm not. This is the first time I'm playing Final Fantasy VI. I've played Final Fantasy 8 before, 9, 10, and 14 a little bit, the MMO one, the massively multiplayer online game. When Fish on Wheels and Wish on Fields. Oh shit! I didn't get a big entrance when I joined. Yes, I said hi. I said hi to you, Steph. And we have to give the newcomers a big grandiose entrance because they're new. Whether ask all of us here except Wii Sports Remote, we all know each other, right? And the second reason why, so I don't want to be underprepared for a fight and we're leveling and shit. And number 2, it's like this kind of stream for me is like hanging out with my boys in recess type shit, or after work or after lunch or some shit like that. So I get to come here, pause, and we all get to hang out and just chill, bro. Let me see. Yeah, he's late game level, but that's up to him, LOL. Mark always gotta talk shit on me. It's nice to see newer players of FF6. Actually, we're here very much because of Mark, the Mark21. He was the homie who recommended me to play this. And so far it's been vibes, except for episode 6. Episode 6 was fucking ridiculous. All right, like I said, I was gonna get a tumor. It's like a part where you have to like make different parties, and you have to protect this blonde shaman guy. They can't get to him, and you have to divide a party, like your guys, into 3 parties. Nah, man, it was. I was about to have a heart attack in that shit. Where is which episode is it? I think it's episode 6. I was like, hell nah. Yeah, the War in Narsh part. This, I thought I was gonna be like, I was gonna hard quit the game. I was like, I can't deal with this shit. Skits, will you pound some cheeks this anniversary? Who knows? Bruh, one is 151 HP right now. What the fuck going on? Oh, that's why we got the homie Celis. She almost died. But look at that. That's why she cures, baby. That's why she cures, baby. Even Locke has more health than Cyan right now. Damn. Yeah, mine's. Yeah, I brought FF. Is that FF6 PR for my friend, but he didn't play it so far? Hopefully he does. Skits, will you again? Why are you saying that? Why are you asking the same shit twice? The Mark 21. No, mine first. Why Cyan face so funny? Yo, man, Cyan's face looks like this guy. We went over it earlier on stream, but check out the drip on this one. Check out the drip of this guy. Elrond from Final Fantasy X. Probably one of the biggest mad lads, my G. You know what? Rate the men of FF6. Fuck, he's hot. Yeah, I would kind of go gay for him. Maybe, you know? He's got that mystical, like, Itachi swag. Look at that. Let me see. Let me go. And I'll rate the men very shortly here. Itachi manga reveal. You see, Itachi also has, like, that swag with the hand, like, it's like this. I look like I'm retarded when I do this. But Itachi and Oron look like they got the fucking drip. All right? And, bro, Steph, I'm not going to answer questions like that, all right? Like, if you keep asking things like these, there's going to be a before and after, all right? I don't want to deal with this shit. So, look at that. Look at that drip, all right? This guy is dripping hard, same as Itachi in the manga, all right? And in regards to rate the men, damn, bro. Okay, I know that Sabin is peak for me. He's probably the most amazing male character. Sabin for me, and especially because he's like a goddamn monk, and he Rising Phoenix is perhaps the attack that I've spammed the most, and the one I love the most. Sabin is the top tier. And Mark and the homies know that the bottom tier for me is also in this party right now. It's gotta be Locke. That's just my opinion though. Locke is straight up garbage. Alright? I have never seen somebody with a lower success rate of either steal or mug in my life. This guy's probably blind when he's stealing or mugging. He fucking sucks. I just had a snot rocket. The Mark 21 dropped out my dildo sword. Guys are going crazy. So, maybe Sabin is top tier for me. Locke at the bottom. And in between, maybe we are... I mean, I really like Edgar a lot. I'm not going to lie. I like Cyan a lot, too. Yeah, man. I like the blonde guy, the healer. I forget his name. But he's fucking fire, bro. And the ninja guy. Okay, what's the ninja guy's name? I forget. Ninja and Sabin, top tier. Then it's Edgar and Cyan. Not that far behind. And way at the bottom, we have Locke. Getting my leather suit. And that chat, the chat is being a yo right now. I mean, we kind of fuck around, we kind of sus. And I don't see a problem with that, you know? We're just fucking around, we're just sticking around, man. But you take it to a obscene level. All right? Like, I would want you to stream, bro, Mr. Steph. And I'd just be asking you, you know, do you and your girlfriend touch each other's ass? Do you and your girlfriend have sex with dyslexia? Are you clapping Mark in the kitchen? My guy. Chill. Maybe you need to go, you know, rub one off. It gets really, and believe me, I'm a memester, bro. I love the memes. And I'm sometimes the butt of the joke. I don't have a problem being that. But you take it to an extreme. That is not pleasant. And it's not just for me, it's for everybody, bro. So I like messing around. A lot of live streams mute people or ban them for that. No, man, I wouldn't be able. I don't have the heart to ban anybody. All right. Maybe when you get to a ridiculous extreme, we've only had one instance of that happen in this YouTube channel. The guy that spammed his address or at like You can ask Mark. Mark and I were probably having a tumor in real life developing because this kid wouldn't stop. And he just spammed like 200 lines worth of I live in somewhere, I live here, I live there, I live. I think that's the only point ever on stream that I've just been like, yeah, like a tumor was developing in real time. That's it. You know, Steph, you are different because I actually appreciate you as a person, but you sometimes take it a little bit too far, man. And I'm not going to ban you, and neither is the game. You're a regular here. You're very much welcome. But at one point, I just got to tell you, bro, just stop. All right? Just stop. It's okay when it's kind of mild, but when it gets to the, what are you going to do on your anniversary? Are you going to lick her clitoris? It's like, man. It's like, And the homie Veg back in the chat skis. Veg always has a very subtle habit of shitting on everybody here. Which is really funny. Don't take it the hard way, my G. It's always a pleasure. I had Celis, Locke, and Gao at level 50. How close are we? We're not that far. 33 on Celis and 33 on Sabin. So we're 17 away. That's a kind of a long grind. Hopefully you're doing well, my G. Thank you for tuning in as always. And yeah, I don't use moderation until you say something, Skids. Oh shit, you didn't get Magicite yet, did you? Yeah. That gives you Magicite. I got the Espers, right? I got them Espers. I believe I do. Right? Let me see. Shit. Abilities. I do believe I got them Espers. Look at that shit. Yeah. See, is Mark gonna twerk today? That's very tolerable. Yes, Mark twerks for me every single day. Is that comment all right? Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Dude, you know where to draw the line. You're not mentally retarded. You're a bright kid. You're a bright guy. You know when to draw the line. Everybody knows. All right? You're not dumb. When it's just like too vicious, which you know, that's where you say, yo, pause. But if we're going to be dicking around in between the homies, yo, we always do that. Some live streamers are open about talking about relationships. I am open about talking about my relationship, but I'm not going to tell you, what we're going to do in the bedroom type shit, I can maybe talk about the good times and the very difficult times, but I don't have to be explicit with you is what I'm saying. And I'm not. That I keep to myself. Like any other person would. Like, just imagine you, I don't know, if you had a girlfriend or something, if somebody be asking yeah, bro, what, are you fucking her doggy style or nobody needs to know that information except you and your girl. That's it. Ticking around. Pause. Look at those eyes. See? My homies know. At this point, like I was saying earlier, this very much feels like we're in recess, just having fun and chilling. And that's the vibe I like. Is asking a person's kinks too far? I think. Asking you like toes? Maybe. It depends how kinky it gets. I personally wouldn't answer that question. Y'all are gonna have to fantasize about Mr. Skits' kinks. But Yeah, you guys know I'm an open book. Like, I don't have an absolute problem with talking about my life. But when it involves somebody else, I rather not say anything, because it's very much different when I'm talking about myself than when I'm talking about myself and another person. Maybe that other person doesn't want to share that information, you know, and I'm very respectful of that. They don't exist. Shit. This is a wild one to read. Are you a fan of Gunner? Not really. I don't know Gunner music too well to be considered a fan. But let me read Wii Sports Remote. I want to see you pound the boss's ass inside out, please. I try to do that to Kefka, but Kefka was actually pounding my ass instead. And animes, what do you think of the story? The story's pretty great. I love the Final Fantasy lore. All the games for me are epic. It's just like the complete package. You know, Final Fantasy is amazing story. Just the genre of the game itself. RPG and leveling up and learning new abilities and getting stronger and equipping gear. I'm a fan of that. Nobuo Uematsu, who is the composer for the music, is one of my GOATs of all time. I love the music. It's just fucking great. The only reason why we're listening to a Plug and B playlist right now is because the music gets too repetitive. But when we continue the campaign, I'm going to put the original music again. The characters are fucking amazing. The story is amazing. Like, I've always been a fan of the franchise. You know, I started with Final Fantasy X, and now we're taking a dip into the past. So, 10 out of 10, bro. I am not complaining. I just think, in regards to you, maybe you've played the game more than I have, Wii Sports Remote, but this is my first time. I thought this thing was harder in comparison to something like Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy X. I was like, nah, that Kefka fight just literally gave me a tumor. And can I ask about your kinks without regarding your significant other, or is that too far? I'm not. No. You're going to have to fantasize, Steph, to see if we have similarities. You know, my General Mark could tell you all about my kinks. Why the hell you talk about toes? Pause. I wish a big studio like Square Enix had the balls to go back to 2D turn-based stuff. I think it'd be pretty cool. Absolutely. Seeing another 2D big budget like FF, now they tackle it. Yeah, man. I would 100% agree with that line of thought. He want to suck him. Yeah. Suck on my toes. Suck on Mark's toes. Suck on Convict's toes. What the hell? I got it. You will not disclose it. But would you disclose it? Steph is crazy, man. Just trying to see if we both like. Conclusion. Steph really wants to suck on them toes, baby. Shit. Joking, I don't like toes. I like that. But the way they paint him is... Come here, boys. Take out my shoes. We're getting wild today, ladies and gentlemen. Holy Jesus. Oh my God, man. The hell, bro. So you're gonna disclose that? In private? Or is that not gonna happen? Hey, man, as far as you're concerned, I might like toes. I might not like toes. That'll be a mystery. Joke, I would not cheat on skits. Exactly. See? Oh my God, man. No, fucking Steph is such a troll, bro. Oh my god, the level of consistency is insane. he been like baiting the toe answer for like 7 comments. Nah. I'm sat now, Mark. I'll suck my toes myself. Yeah, that's like Marilyn Manson type shit. You playing games with me right now. Is it yes or no disclosure in Discord? Call private. Some of you, man. Steph has to be trolling. Like, Steph has to just be a connoisseur at this fucking point. This is unbelievable. I gotta sometimes learn how to breathe and not take shit too seriously. And guys, I apologize if I kind of sound like a hard ass at one point. But I lied. I don't like toast. Oh my motherfucking god, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an eventful one. All right. And again, I will say it. Broken record skits. You say the same shit 20 times, skits. Well, I love you guys. That's why I say it 20 times. This is recess time for me. Imagine being like 2 hours in a class you hate seeing. For me, it was like English literature. And not because I don't like books or reading. It's just that they made me fucking read the Iliad in like 3 days or some shit. Right? The Iliad is like this fucking big. I hated literature English because I was a kid. I ain't fucking reading that many. I'm not reading 300 pages for tomorrow, sir. Fuck that. So you're bored in class like fucking disintegrating time. And then you see the clock. It's like, oh shit, 5 minutes till recess. 5 minutes till I get to kiss the boys on the cheeks. Pause. So this is like recess, man. You know? All my regulars, bro. All the regulars in this community popping in, all right? Convict, Mark, Sky Sizzle, Steph Izzle, Veg Hizzle, Ellen Izzle. And we got Mr. or Mrs. Wee with the Terra PFP. So it's amazing, man, you know? We're listening to Plug and B as well. 300 pages in one day. Yeah, in my school, they were clinically insane. I got you, bro. We aren't that close yet to discuss King School. Y'all don't do that in Venezuela? All right, I'll stop it. I got you. Playtime is over. It's all right, man. You can keep playing, but play different. Can you just say you won't discuss the kinks in private? So I'll stop. I'm confused. I'm not going to discuss kinks with you here or in private. No. First, you'd have to fly to Venezuela and invite me a blunt or something, or a beer. Maybe 2 blunts and 3 beers. Pause. So the second you fly here and you're gonna take me on a nice date, I might. Down in the skits land, yeah. So, you know? I went up to 6 beers and 3 beers. See? And if Mark, look, not only are you going to have to find out my kinks, all right? You're going to have to find Mark's kinks as well, all right? Mark is like my brother, man, you know? And you're not in this YouTube channel talking to one person anymore. You're talking to a collective of individuals, all right? And the first one that you got to get through is Mark, all right? What's the difference between you and Mark, if you want to know, all right? Mark's like my guardian angel, all right? He been rocking with me for a long, long time. And he makes me feel a certain type of way. He makes me feel good. He makes me feel safe. We got a good long distance relationship right now. Pause. And homie looks out for me. I look out for homie. The same thing goes on with a lot of people here. All right. I could probably give mod to everybody because it's already been a while. But Mark has been here longer than some of you. All right. And the relationship that you cultivate with a person with time, it's just different. It's not like I have more love for Mark than Convict. I love you equally. I love everybody equally. But it's just that Mark and I have been vibing from a longer period, bro. And Mark is like a brother to me, man. Mark is looking out for me the second he's in here. And he also looks out for me when I'm not even making content or streaming. Yo, when the fuck are you streaming? When the fuck are you streaming? Are you alive, skits, basically? So, thanks for keeping skits safe and warm. Absolutely, man. You guys got to give props to the Markiest, man. Yeah, I caught him asleep. I have a good feeling now. Not to put you guys in a weird spot, but I think you and Mark know each other's kinks. Yeah, you could say so, man. You could say so. You could say so. But out of respect for Mark, I wouldn't disclose that information. That's between me and homie. "37 years old. My daydream." He is an adult, all right. Yeah, and you're also an adult too. You're like 20-something. You are an adult. So, all right, why the hell did the plug and B stop? We gotta put it back, baby. Let's put this one. What's up, baby? Yeah, well, 21. You can legally work. You can legally own a house, a car. You can get married. You're an adult, baby. Plug and B changed the name to Plug and Machine. I'm the only one 18 here. Well, you're just on the verge. I would consider a teenager still a kid, like 18, 19. 21 though. That's when you're maybe still young. But you're more of an adult when you're 21 than 18, 19, 20 for sure. So yeah. And all right, guys, I gotta leave. I gotta give a class. You're also looking at the best English teacher in the game. And I have a class to give right now from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I might stream again or just relax before the 5 p.m. Gangland stream. All right? And remember, we are streaming at 5 p.m. Caracas time. Get your beats ready. Get your music ready. Get your videos ready. Get your YouTube videos, your TikToks. Get anything. Because we're going to be disclosing everything that you want us to share. It's a way, I think, of me giving back and of me platforming everybody that supports me. All right? What the fuck is going on? So yeah, in roughly 3 hours, the stream will happen. 3 hours and 10 minutes to be more specific. How much money do I have, bruh? I'm probably fucking Dubai money at this point. 438,000 gil, that's mentally insane. Let me go to the inn real quick and take a nice rest. Where the fuck the inn, baby? It's down here? Yeah. Why is Sacred Steps Grabber so ass when he's not talking about kinks? Uh-oh. Is it the power of horny? I think so. Homie was just locked in toes. He was just probably having a mental image of toes for so long. He was starting to have a speech impediment. You know? And I could relate, you know. Sometimes when you're too horny, I guess, your left eye starts looking right and your right eye starts looking left. You start thinking about quantum physics. You're like, what the fuck is going on? You start thinking about why a Pikachu is yellow. You're like, nah, bro. So wait a second. Celis level 33, Cyan level 28, 733, Locke 28. All my boys got more than 1k HP. Amazing. We have way too much money. Damn. I wish $438,000 were in my bank account right now. I'll save again because I don't know if I saved. I'll save state here. Veg says, I still had Celis, Locke, Sab, and Gal level 50 plus here. That's insane, man. You're a legend, G. So, Dubai, your gal said, hi, Drip, so hard, I'm a two-fly. Next FF6 stream, you gotta move on. I think so. I seriously question my setup. My setup is pretty decent. I got a microphone right here that I'm holding. This is the laptop. I have a monitor here. That's where I'm looking at the game. It's a nice monitor, I guess. That's it. That's all you need. So, ladies and gentlemen, you, me, we get along, I think, huh? And we had a beautiful time in this beautiful stream, huh? I say so, yes, sir. And, yeah, we might just be moving on. Hold the mic tight. Yes, sir. You guys know it's sexy time. I'll see you guys in 3 hours, more or less, in the Skitsland Gangland stream. All right? Thank you for tuning in, my G's. Wii Sports Remote, thank you for your presence as well. And hopefully you guys have a beautiful day. In the meantime, it's Friday. Yes, sir. So, yeah, I'll be back in 3 hours. All right? In the meantime, peace out. Peace out. Love you guys. To death. Wouldn't have it any other way. Sub gained. Enjoy. Thank you. I'm going to sub back to you if you're a YouTuber or a content creator too. Best believe it. Bye-bye, my G's.